Hello everyone. This is part 3 of a 5-part series where I rank the renders of every character in Smash history. This part will cover all the newcomers in Brawl. If you've yet to watch my rankings of the original 12 and the Melee newcomers, you should check those out as well. Alright.
Oh, we got some great
Meta
runs.
Knight. He got that cape flowing even since Brawl. These are all pretty good, although I will say the Brawl one, he's just kind of standing there. It's still
No,
it's still fine.
standing there, but he's standing there menacingly.
Yeah, I think it's solid. The Smash 4 one's also pretty good. I'm going to give it great. This Ultimate one is really good, though.
I think I like the cape more than I do the wings.
I definitely like the cape more, but I like seeing the wings.
The cape movement for the ultimate.
The
render
cape
is just-
movement is really,
I
really
would-
good.
I would give it an amazing. Like when you think of him like warping in and out of his the dimensional cape, his down B. Like that's what I think of. That's the type of movement. He's
Yeah.
showing the sword. It's a very interesting looking sword. So I think highlighting that aspect of his character is really cool.
I think the wings help give a more dynamic pose that puts the 4-1 over Brawl. But I'm not mad at any of these. I think these are all very respectable renders. Oh, I forgot to say we're in Brawl, so now we're gonna get even less renders. Let's look at Pit.
The Brawl render suffers from they took the picture too early. He looks really awkward. And why is I don't get the angle where it's kind of like above him, facing downward.
I like it. I like how he's showing off his weapon. I think it shows off his wings pretty as well. I like it. I think it's great. Me personally, I'm not a fan of the Smash 4 one though. He's got such a weird expression.
I
What?
really like this one. I really
Damn.
like this one. It looks like he's really trying his best to lock in.
I think his
Like, he looks
ultimate one is
really-
where he's
it looks-
locked
it
in.
looks like he's looking. No, it looks like he's leaning against a wall. I still think the ultimate one's better, but I really like what the Smash 4 one's going for.
I don't think he's leaning against a wall. I think that's part of
It
how.
looks like he's doing
Pit's
that. Like,
wall.
It's like super, he looks super
don't know.
casual.
But I think this ultimate one is the best one, and it shows kind of how, even though Pit has become more of a silly character, he still has the allegiance to Palutena and shows that his willingness to fight for her in the ultimate render. But I think in this, just me personally, in this Smash 4 one, I just think it's just a weird. This is how I rank it. But clearly you got different views. ZSS. I think the more makeup she has, the better she looks.
I
that
don't know. There's just something about that Brawl render. Just something about it. I can't put my finger on it.
dude, her titties look better in Smash 4. I'm giving it
I'm
to
not
Smash
focused
4.
on that.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I just
I'm looking at something else. I can't quite put my finger on it though.
what are you looking at?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay. I think the suit looks better and more reflective than it does in Ultimate. Although I think these are all pretty good poses. It's just she clearly looks so much upgraded from Brawl to Smash 4. I'll give this amazing. I'll give this great. Though this Brawl one's solid. I think this Ultimate one is in the same tier, but I just don't think it's as good as the Smash 4 one. Let's talk about Wario.
Oh man, I'm a big Wario guy myself. What the fuck is he doing in that Brawl render?
In
It
his
looks like he's stop fighting.
yeah, so in
Getting
his
in there.
they gave him a different render in his normal original costume, but they stopped doing that in the future games. Number 1 goes to ult. It's
ult,
very
dude.
Wario.
You can't compete with it.
He's
showing
doing
the
his
personality.
version of the deuces, the W deuces. When I think of a good Wario render, and I think of how open his fucking mouth needs to be, and he's got the widest jaw in Ultimate.
It exaggerates his gaping jaws very well.
I like the pose in Smash 4 better than I do the Brawl, but I don't like the face as much. And I think the face is the more important part for Wario. I just love his fucking mischievous fucking face. There's not much to say about his other Brawl one. I think it's whatever. I'm gonna give the Ultimate one perfect.
I don't think you get any more Wario than that.
Snake. So, do you like Snake doing a pose, or do you just like Snake standing there? Like he
I
is
don't know. I think
literally
the pose is great. I think it's great. Like his bandana, it's blowing in the wind. He looks like he's preparing to
yeah. He's like,
infiltrate something.
Colonel,
He's
I'm about to
screaming.
climb up this dude's asshole. It's definitely calling the codex right now.
I don't know. The
About to report.
detail on the render is very nice. I like the
Yeah,
composition a lot. It's just very Snake like.
yeah. This Brawl one, I mean that is Snake, I guess. It gets okay. I'm not too mad at it, but you gotta do at least like something. Ike. I put the two different Ikes in Ultimate because they look a little bit different. The facial expression isn't the same. The Path of Radiance, the one on the bottom, has a more blank expression, but I like the expression. But I think
It's not that big of a difference.
it's not a big difference, but I see it mostly in the face. We're not gonna rank them separately.
I feel like these all do a great job of showing Ike.
I think Smash 4 is best. I think it shows off his
I
strength.
agree.
It gives a good view of his muscles because it's the Radiant Dawn version.
Yeah,
And
you also get
you
to
see him
like
holding.
how big that sword is.
Exactly, yeah, yeah. I like this Brawl one as well. It's such a heroic pose.
Is
It's a
this
little.
the first time where Ultimate would get the worst render?
I guess so.
Ultimate has a pretty good track record then.
Yeah. And it's not like
But
this
I do
one's
agree
even
with the
bad. This
correction.
one's still great.
It's still a great render, yeah, but I feel like the other two, when you're looking at all the other renders that the other sword fighters got, it pretty much just they look like that. The Brawl and the Smash 4 one are really like I feel like show the differences between Ike and the other characters with swords.
Alright, so before we gotta go through all the Pokemon trainers, we gotta talk about the trainer himself. The best one goes to the girl.
Yeah, it goes to Leaf. I don't think that's a question. She's showing a lot more personality.
Yeah. And the second one goes to Brawl. I
He
think
looks kind of derpy. I
the
do
pose
like it.
the pose is less expressive, but the ultimate one, his eyes look especially just pasted on, in my opinion.
Yeah, his face looks a very generic and Ultimate.
I don't hate it. I think it's still
Yeah,
solid.
I can see why people would not want to play male Pokemon trainer in this game.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like extremely generic looking.
Yeah, and his voice lines in Ultimate are horrible.
He sounds like
He
a
sounds like
heavy
a
smoker.
fucking... No, he sounds like a fucking band kid. You all did great! Or something like that.
I, don't
I
know,
did,
feel
I
like
did
he
a bad
sounds like a
edge.
heavy smoker.
That's funny.
That was pretty spot on though.
Squirrel.
Oh, the mouth detail in the Brawl render.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
God.
glad in Ultimate that they decided to
glad
make
they-
him more closer to the actual Pokemon designs. I mean,
Yeah, in the Brawl render, bro, he looks bald as shit.
which is funny because he is bald, but
Like, why is his forehead so big?
he's like, Wah! Yeah, there's no there's
Yo, Randy,
no
you bald as shit.
there's no conversation for this one. The ult's definitely better by a mile. Ivysaur, also better. I'd argue that this Ivysaur render
I
is
think
perfect.
The Ivysaur is perfect. You
I
get
don't-
some action with the lines.
I don't think you
Looks
get a
like
better
he's jumping
Ivysaur
into
render than
battles.
this.
Yeah,
Just-
I don't think you can do better than
Just
this.
showing off the vines. This one is also has the same problem as Brawl Squirtle. Is he's just sitting there. He's like, "Urgh, look at me. And to be fair though,
I feel like Ivysaur as a Pokemon would be more grounded, so I do get it. It's just
boring.
it's fine. It's just not that interesting. Like, I get what it's going for, but it's not that interesting.
Yeah, Ivysaur's definitely limited, so I'm not gonna dock it off too much points. But still, like, let's think of some better things, like the ultimate one. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Brawl Charizard had way too big of a head.
His neck doesn't look like he can support all of that.
Yeah. He starts to look so much cleaner in Smash 4, and they really nailed
Smash 4, he just looks intimidating, dude. It's like
Yeah.
it's like he's standing on top of a building looking down, and you
Yeah.
can see his silhouette. It's like he's
Yeah.
on some Batman stuff for that Smash 4 render.
Yeah. But I think this ultimate one takes the cake just because it's more dynamic and you get to see you see him in flight see the tail. I just like it the most because he looks more in
Yeah, it's kind of
action.
hard to argue against.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this amazing. I'm gonna give this great. I don't think Lucas really has that great of poses. I mean, I don't think any of these
Yeah,
convey
the snake is cool,
Lucas.
but it's just because the snake is there.
The Ultimate's definitely best, but I don't
It's kind
feel
of
like
goofy in the other ones.
any of these really convey Lucas that well. Although I would say I don't necessarily know how I'd kind of portray Lucas as. In Brawl, they portray him as a crybaby, and he is a bit of one. He's more nervous, he's more reserved. I don't know. I feel like, why is he running? I don't know why he's running. What are you running for, boy?
He's running for office. Look at that hair.
Oh, God. Lucas was supposed to be the chosen one, bro. He was supposed to save the fucking islands of nowhere, not destroy them. The Smash 4 one's pretty good, or is pretty good, just because it looks like he has more confidence in himself. What should I rank this? I'm just gonna give it, I'll give it great.
It's fine. It's a good render.
Actually, I'll get this, like, solid or
I
something.
would downgrade that to a solid, though.
Diddy Kong. This middle one is Diddy Kong.
Oh, he's
This
just
is Diddy
monkeying
Kong.
around in all of them.
This is Diddy Kong, though.
The
I
Smash
think
4
this
one,
is...
they kind of nailed it, though.
I think the Ultimate one is just the Brawl one, but better. It's like a very, very similar pose, but this Brawl one just looks a little awkward. I mean, he's still monkeying around, so that's fine, but
Oh, the ultimate one though. Look at it. He's tipping the hat.
yeah. So I'll give it like amazing. Okay, I'll give the Brawl one solid. There's at least still something there,
I think
but
it's a
it
good
just
first attempt.
it's a good first
Most of
attempt.
the brawl renders are kind of awkward, but I feel like this is one of the better ones.
Let's look at Sonic.
You're not beating the ult render.
No, you're not. Describe it,
So
but
dynamic.
these are the dynamic poses that Sonic was known for, especially in the 2000s with Sonic Adventure. You think of all the poses that he's done that stretches his limbs with his fucking arm under his legs and shit. It encapsulates that era so well.
Yeah, like
know.
you look at his face. He's just the expression's really nice. He's showing his coochie.
Okay. All of these are really good. But I'm gonna give
I
Smash.
think they're all really good too. I'm gonna say it. I think I like the brawl one a bit more than the Smash 4 one. Like Smash 4, he's just kind of running. Like
Here's the thing, though. Running is his thing. Like,
it's his thing. It's his thing. But I'd rather him show personality with, which is what he does with the brawl
Okay.
render. Like you can have him running. There are 1,000 ways where you can just have him running, but I feel like this really encapsulates the like his cockiness.
all right, I got you on that. I'll put these both in amazing, but Sonic, I mean, they knocked it out of the park. You could talk about like how his representation and personality is a bit of a nothing burger in Smash, but I think they did a really good job in these renders. The same cannot be said though for King DDD.
Oh my god!
The ultimate one is just the Smash 4 one, but better.
I think we're giving it to brawl. That's not a contest.
Brawl gets it by process of elimination. I think, to be fair, he's a giant fat ass king, so it's hard to give him that dynamic of a pose.
Have
So
him
that's
laying down.
I
His
like-
crouch animation. That would be an amazing render.
I can respect this ultimate one. I think it's still great. It's a better version of the Smash 4 one, which is okay. No, this is too generous. I don't like it. I'm giving it basic. It's pretty basic. This Brawl one is also, I don't think it's that much better, but it's at least something. It's more dynamic.
This is probably my last
Olimar.
one.
Okay.
The ultimate one's perfect.
You think so?
Pulling the Pikmin out of the ground.
I think the Smash 4 one is the worst one, because they're
It's
just all
very-
walking.
It's very basic. I do like
It's-
the brawl one where like he's commanding them. I like when these renders have actions
Yeah.
associated with them.
I
But
like
the,
how the Pikmin are doing different things. In the Smash 4 one, they're all basically doing the same thing. I'll just give it solid. I like the plucking out. You've convinced me on the plucking out.
I'm gonna give brawl a grade too. Yeah, I agree with that. And
Alright.
yeah, I'm getting hungry. I'll see you later.
Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to do the rest of these by myself, but I think that's okay. So now we got Lucario, and I mean, There's not much to really say. I don't think any of these they don't stand out too much, but I really like this Brawl one. I think this Brawl one is the best. It's a less dynamic of a pose than the Ultimate one, which I think is second best. But I just like how he's putting his palm out, and he's like, it's like you see the aura coming out of it. It's like almost you're like feeling his own power like emitting from it. You know? I think I really like that. I don't think it's that great, but I think it helps. And the Ultimate one just has a nice fighter pose. I mess with it. I think it's cool. The Smash 4 one is just such a nothing burger, though. There's like nothing to say about it. Like, yeah, that is a pose, I guess. All right, and now we have Rob, and I think this one just gets better chronologically as we go past in the games. But yeah, I mean, you've seen the thing. Like, he looks more confident as the games go on. It's like he gets less social anxiety. It's really cute. But yeah, this first one, it encapsulates the kind of awkwardness of Rob kind of being here, of just being a robot and being so robotic and expressionless. I think that gives it solid. Smash 4 one is around the same, but I just like the how he's looking out. Actually, you know what? No, I'll give it great. I think it's really good. But this Ultimate one, absolutely amazing. It's just so silly. He's just bursting with just personality, which is hard to give to like this very robotic character. And so I think they knocked it out of the park with Rob. Toon Link. I don't like the Smash 4 one. He's just running. I mean, sure, whatever, man. This Brawl one is pretty good. He is wind waking or something like that. It fits his whole idea of being the wind waker. So I think it's pretty good. But I think the best one is definitely Ultimate, because when I think of Toon Link, I think of all the facial expressions that he can have. This angry and focused expression that he has is just the most expressive out of all of them. So I think that helps encapsulate Toon Link the best. And now, for the most part, we really only have two more to look at. As after this Brawl newcomer, we're gonna get into the Smash 4 newcomers. So that's gonna just be Wolf. The Ultimate one, it looks a lot better, but I just like the menacing look of the Brawl one more. But I think they're both still really good and in the same tier. I just think I give Brawl the edge on this one. I still really like both of these Wolves, though. Personality-wise, they both have their own different badass attributes to them. And I don't think there's a need to like put one over the other, although I will say they kind of messed up his taunts and quotes in Ultimate, but you know, that's like give him better lines or such, and he's basically on par with Assault Wolf. Yeah, I mean, these just both encapsulate the threateningness that Wolf portrays. And that's it for the Brawl newcomers. Here's a recap for their rankings. If you notice, there wasn't a slide for the awkward tier, and that's because there's no render in this video that reached that level, thankfully. I think there's actually only one more awkward tier render in the rest of the series, so it shows how much time and effort is put into them from this point on. Up next will be the Smash 4 newcomers. Stay tuned for when it comes out.